and on we'll go through the wastelands.
Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive, and here today we've got a 1995 Toyota Celica or Celica, depending on where you're from, and this is the SX version. This is actually my own car. I purchased this as a weekender and a project car. So let's check it out. So at the front here, you've got the quad headlights there, the outer being the main headlights and the inner are the high beam. Now, there's meant to be a badge there, but someone's ripped that off. And as you can see too, the front bumper needs a little bit of attention. And somebody before me, if you can see there, they painted the bottom part of the bumper black. What are your thoughts on that? Do you sort of like it? It's sort of growing on me a bit. I will get this front end sprayed and I may continue with the black look, or we may have the green, but we'll see how we go. But just wanted to ask the viewers what you guys thought. So what are your thoughts on the Celica? Have you got one of these models? Have you got the older one or the newer one? Let me know in the comments. So the wheels on the Celica are 16-inch wheels and they've got a star pattern. I think they really suit this model really well. You've also got the orange indicators there, and color-coded mirrors weren't a big thing back in '95, but Toyota did it with the Celica, so I think it matches it very, very nicely. So around the back here, you've got the Toyota badge. That one's not missing. You've got Toyota Celica and you've got SX, as this is the base model. And I do like the wraparound tail lights and also this nice wing as well on the back. It's not too big and not too small, it's sort of just right. Now further down, you can see that this bumper, or the rear bumper, needs a little bit of work, which I probably will get that sprayed, and you've got the exhaust system underneath there. All right, let's go and have a look inside. So inside the Celica, now first impressions is very, very sporty. It's like you're in a racing cockpit. Now you've got this really nice sports steering wheel in front of you, and then to the left you have a molded dash, and they've molded it so that the dashboard faces the driver more than the center of the car, and I think that screams sportiness, and I think it's really cool as well. So you do get hard dash, but it has worn really, really well. The doors are actually surprisingly a bit soft, got a bit of softness to them from '95. Nice bit of material there and nice armrest as well. Now in this you do get electric windows and electric mirrors and electric door locks as well. So very cool for back in the day, eh? So steering wheel, like I said, really nice and sporty looking, and it's nice to touch, and it has actually worn really, really well, this car. So on the dash, you've got your tacho on the left, and that looks like a sporty looking tacho. You've then got the speedo in the middle, along with your odometer, and you've also got a trip computer down below. And then on the right, you do have your fuel gauge and temperature gauge there, and you can reset your trip computer in the middle there. We'll come over to the middle dash. Now you do have a digital clock up the top, along with your hazard switch. You've got some ventilation underneath, and then you've got your stereo. Now this has the original Toyota stereo with the cassette deck. And yes, I still listen to cassettes as well. So it's actually not a bad system, and it still works well. Underneath that, you do have some pocket space there, or if you wanted to, you could upgrade to something with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay and Bluetooth. Further below that, you do have your climate control there with air conditioning. And then below that, there is a 12-volt plug. and I've currently got a FM transmitter plugged into that so that I can use it with my phone when out and about. Now, gear selector, manual, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in reverse, nice and short shifts as well. Got a big handbrake there. You've got an ashtray in the middle here. And then something different from 95, you've got cup holders, twin cup holders. So how cool is that? Now, you can also, if you have something smaller, a smaller cup, you can actually move that in to make it a little bit smaller should you wish. And the armrest. It's got a little bit of softness to it, but it has sort of hardened up over the years. And if we open that up, you do get a little bit of storage space in there. And the seats. The seats are cloth trim seats, but I have fitted some black and aqua seat covers, and they're actually really, really nice to sit on, and they sort of go with the look, with the exterior look of the car. And the glove box. You know what? The glove box is pretty big. Now you get your service books in there and you'll be able to fit an iPad or two in there as well. And the back seats. Now the back seats are not really a very good place for somebody like myself, being 6'1" or 185 centimeters. But for you guys, you know what? I'll jump in the back and see how we go. All right, let's do it. So in the back of the Celica, now as you can tell, I'm not very comfortable back here. Headroom's pretty much non-existent. My head's touching the roof. Now I'm 6'1", 185 centimeters, and yes, it's not very comfortable at all. Knee room, leg room, foot room is all not the greatest because that's where this seat would be. So very, very uncomfortable there. But I will say, putting my bum into the seat actually feels quite comfortable. So if it had more headroom and more leg room, I'd probably be happy. So for the rear passengers, you get an ashtray back here. You get 2 speakers, one either side, and that's about it. All right, let's go and have a look in the boot. So in the boot of the Celica, so here you have 593 litres of boot room, and it's pretty spacious. Now you do get under the carpet mat there is a bulge there, and that's for your spare tyre and your breakdown tools there. You do get access to the rear suspension for upgrades or things like that. All right, let's go and have a look under the bonnet. So under the bonnet of the Celica, so here we have a 2.2 litre 4-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol engine, and it produces 100 kilowatts of power and 187 newton meters of torque, and that's mated to a 5-speed manual transmission driving the front wheels. Now Toyota claims the Celica will use 9.5 litres per 100 kilometres, and if you know about the Celica motors, they're also used in the Toyota Camry, so parts are readily available. All right, let's go for a drive. All right, let's go for a drive in the Celica. Now, vision out the front is really good, straight ahead and towards the passenger side. The rear vision mirror is high up. And speaking of rear vision, it's actually not bad for a coupe. You get a lot of width and a lot of depth there as well. Now vision out the sides, yeah, it's pretty good vision out both sides, and the mirrors, a little bit small for my liking, but they're okay, they're not too bad. So we're just going to find a bumpier stretch of road and see how the Celica performs. And you know what? It's actually soaking up the bumps reasonably nicely, which is really good. It's got that sort of firmer feel, but it still is soaking up the bumps. And the steering, nice. Not too heavy, not too light. So for a car that's 28 odd years old, or 29 now, it's 2024, it's still got a few creaks and rattles, but I'm sure that if I had 323,000 kilometres on my body, I'd probably have a few creaks as well. But in saying that, it still drives really, really well. The steering's really good, brakes are good, it handles really good, even going over the bumps. So what's the acceleration like from a Celica? Well, let's find out. Yeah, very nice. It goes really, really well, and it even will screech the wheels in first and second, depending on how you go with the clutch. But it takes off quite well for a 2.2 litre. And don't forget, this motor's in the Toyota Camry as well. So again, it's like they've put a economical engine in a sportier body, which is, I like that. I think that's really cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, thanks guys.